A one-star mob production.
We was hustling for real, dawg. My papa get it for real, dawg. That pain we feel, you ain't feel, nah. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy King Dave, and I'm back with another video. This is pretty much my second video on this channel, and I'm pretty much just gonna give y'all insight on how to start your home studio production. Let's go. First thing that you need for your home studio production is a computer. I have a 2020 MacBook Pro with, well, here's my spec sheet. Just look at this. I have a 2020 MacBook Pro, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage. Very, very good computer just to start off with pretty much music production. I mean, if you have 8 gigabytes of RAM, that's cool too. But I would say 16 is probably like the best option to get as far as any computer. If you're trying to do music production and video production, I do a lot of like video, photo, and music production all together, so I do everything. So that's pretty much like the basis of why I chose this model versus having like the M1, because this is an Intel MacBook. I was gonna get the M1s, but they wasn't ready for, you know, the plugins being shifted over and all of that. But anyway, yes, computer is probably your first thing that you're gonna need as far as running all the VSTs, running your whole production. You got all your programs and everything in there. Plugins, VSTs, all of that. Everything that you are housing as far as creating the sounds, recording, and all of that, that would be pretty much a basis to pretty much house everything else that you need to be done through that. So computer would probably be first number one thing that you need. The second thing you need is an audio interface. This is a few options I would say that would be probably best for beginners. I would say like the Scarlett 2i2 USB interface. I have used the Mackie Big Knob Studio, really good interface. Then you have the right now I have the Arteria Audio Fuse, the studio version, and I can plug in like 4 mic pre's, all of that, whole bunch of stuff that I can do with that. But as far as beginners ones, I'm gonna just start giving up a bunch of pictures right here to pretty much tell you like which ones you could probably go for as far as beginners go, and pretty much give you some insight on that. The next thing you need is a DAW, or a digital audio workstation. So pretty much there's different ones. So you got like FL Studios, you got Logic, you got Pro Tools, you got Studio One, Reason, Ableton Live. You got different ones that you can work with, and pretty much those would be like your production studios for setting up like how to record or punching in MIDI, pretty much creating beats or anything like that. And we're gonna go over that in another video, but pretty much those would be your in-house studio productions on your computer. So your digital audio workstation pretty much will be those different ones. So you can pick either one. There's no right or wrong answer. Different ones do different things. I use Logic personally. Logic would be the one that I would pretty much show you guys tutorials on, like mixing production and all of that, showing you how to do certain things, vocal tricks and all of that. And you can implement them in your same DAW, whichever one you choose. But I would say definitely I chose Logic. If you have a Mac, that's pretty much optimized for that, so it'll help pretty much. It's a little bit easier to work with, and especially if you ever use like GarageBand or something like that, because you can use GarageBand if you're a beginner, if you want to start off like on a free note and then work your way up to Logic. But then you have like Pro Tools, FL Studios, they got like different, you know, bundle packs and all of that, whatever the case may be. There's so many tiers to it, and I'll have opinions on that in a whole different video, but pretty much those would be your studio production suite. Next thing you need, cables. You need different type of cables for different things. I run my speakers through XLR to TRS cables. Then you have your headphone TRS cables and all of that. One like the quarter jacks and all of that, whatever the case may be. But you need cables to pretty much hook everything together and bring it all together. Power cables. I got a surge protector, and I'll show you guys that. But also, a surge protector probably be good because you don't want to fry out the I guess the wiring to the studio equipment, so like your speakers, the microphones, all of that. So get a surge protector. I got like an 18 output surge protector. I bought one on Amazon. I will link one in the description below. So surge protector will probably be another good one. Definitely XLR cables, TRS cables. Those are the best cables to use for, those are pretty much standard for music production, TRS and XLR. So use either one of those. There's different ones. But those are pretty much the main ones that you would use for a home studio, unless you just expanded and you added on like extra stuff. Studio monitors, those are optional. I wouldn't say they're necessary. I use studio monitors, as you can see in the background. I use the JBL speakers, but also I use different, I've used different ones like the KRK Rockets. Those are really good, really bass heavy though, like really a lot of low end. JBLs, those are really great speakers. You got the Yamaha HS5s, you got the Adam T7Vs, if I'm saying that right. I don't know, I'll probably correct it. But I use those. I've never used the Atom ones yet. I want to get into those, but JBL, I could definitely vouch for them. They are really good. They make great speakers anyway, as far as like Bluetooth speakers and all of that. So I definitely vouch for them, especially with like home theater setups, because they have like good home theater stuff too. And there's a bunch of different ones that you can use, more expensive ones than I would even bother to pay for, but those are the ones that I will recommend as far as starting off as your home studio, if you plan on doing that, if you have the space for it, or if you want to pretty much listen to your production out loud and get pretty much a better pinpoint on like how your mix sounds and all of that. I would say definitely invest in studio monitors if you have the budget for it. But yeah, this is crucial. I would say headphones would probably be your best option, especially for listening to mixes. Of course, all your mixes, as far as listening to stuff like that, headphones will pretty much help you monitor what you're hearing through the audio interface and through the computer, through the DAW and all of the other stuff. The cycle is just crazy. So listening through headphones, I would say the best pair of headphones I would recommend is the Audio-Technica M50s. I have a pair of those. I fucking love them. They're amazing. I have another pair of Shure 440s, and those are really good listening headphones too. I use the 440s for tracking other people, but I definitely use the Audio-Technicas as my main headphones for like listening to my own playback if I'm recording, sitting right here in front of the studio, and just pretty much just listening back to whatever I'm recording or mixing up. And those are really good mixing headphones. I would say the bass, you could pretty much get away with it. I've learned them enough to know like when the bass response is a little too crazy or whatever the case may be, but yes, definitely those. Then there's other ones that you can use. I haven't used too many, but I would say Audio-Technica is definitely like the best ones I've used so far, and I've had like 2 pair. So I would definitely say start off with those if you want to get good sounding headphones and stuff like that to monitor what you're putting in the computer or whatever. Okay, of course, this is obvious. Well, I wouldn't say this is obvious. If you plan on recording anything, I would say microphones would probably be a crucial thing to your home studio. I have the, okay, I have to make sure. I have the Taylor Swift microphone, the Aventone CV12. That's a really good microphone. I've used it for about 1.5 years now. I've been doing my own studio production for about like 2 years, but I've had that microphone for about like 1.5 years now, and it's a really, really good microphone. Really good on singing vocals, definitely good on rap vocals if you are a artist, because it's a tube microphone, so that warm sounding, you get that warm sound coming from it, and especially with like the different polar patterns and all of this mumble jumble. We'll get into that into a whole nother video, but I would definitely say that's a good microphone. I started off with a CAD microphone, which wasn't really ideal for starting off. I mean, it's a good microphone. It just all depends on how you mix it in together and pretty much how you start off with that. But I would definitely say start off small. So pretty much, if you want to start off on a good note, definitely start off with like a microphone in between the ranges of like $300 to $500 for sure. That'll get you a good sounding mix and recording, and it'll come out a lot better than that. Of course, you're gonna need a mic stand to hang up the microphone. I got a on-stage microphone stand from Amazon. Link will be in the description below. It's a really good microphone stand, really heavy stand. It's not like wobbling around. Don't invest in any cheap microphone stands at all. I would definitely say use good microphone stands. If you use an isolation booth, that's optional too, but definitely use a good microphone stand, and definitely invest in treatment in your room, because you don't want too many reflections going around and getting into your mix. But definitely use a good microphone stand. I'll definitely say that. On stage is probably a good brand. I would say I haven't really used too many, but so far I've had this microphone stand for about a year and it's worked out completely. I haven't had any problems. It hasn't fell over like my other microphone stand has. So definitely use a good microphone stand. I've spent like $80 on a microphone stand. Next thing, hard drives. You need a bunch of hard drives. I have different ones. Obviously, I've labeled them for different reasons. Definitely invest in hard drives that'll stock all your VSTs, your plugins, your sound banks, anything else like that. I would definitely say invest in a bunch of, well, I wouldn't say a bunch of them. Get a big hard drive. If you have the money for multiple ones, then definitely do that. I would say the cheapest option would be get a bunch of like 1 terabyte joints, or if you want to just ball out the control, get like a 5 terabyte like this one. This is a really good brand. I like the Lacy drives. These are definitely my favorite ones. I have one for like film production, music production, and then I have a all production drive, and then I got a Glyph drive. This is a 1 terabyte. All of these are different prices. I would definitely say these Lacy drives are the cheapest ones. These are about $80 a pop. This 5 terabyte was like $200, and this is a good one. Then I have this Samsung SSD drive. This cost me about like $240, I think, when I bought it. I bought it from Best Buy. So these are good options to pretty much store your studio production, as far as the sessions, and not keeping all of that stuff on your computer, pretty much freeing up the space so your computer SSD or whatever type of hard drive you have will pretty much be able to keep maneuvering and keep flowing properly. But definitely invest in a hard drive. That is probably the best thing I've done. I store all my songs, the Logic sessions that I use. I store everything on there. I don't care what it is. I put it on there and make copies of it just in case I ever lose any. And I have all of those hard drives for different reasons, but definitely get you different hard drives. I'd say at least get 2. One for storing all your information and another one for backing up your computer and stuff like that. So hard drives is definitely a must. I would definitely say invest in yourself for a hard drive, and yeah. Now this is optional for some of you, but if you are into making beats, I would say get a MIDI keyboard. I have the MPK Mini 3, or what is it? MPK Mini? I don't know if this is 2 or 3, I can't remember. I don't even know if they have a 3, so that's why I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I have the MPK Mini. This is a really good MIDI keyboard. Very great for starting off. There's different ones you can use. You wouldn't have to use this one specifically, but this is just an example. I really love this keyboard. This is a really good keyboard, and you can set it up, especially in Ableton Live. It's definitely you can set it up, change the knobs and the pads. You can assign them for different stuff and different reasons. I have a bigger one. The A-list is 49 key. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is another great keyboard. A lot more keys going on, a lot more stuff going on. As you can see, I've had it for a while. The knobs is I don't know what happened to them, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a really great keyboard. I love it. It's got the job done always. I do pretty much most of my production through this. If I'm mobile, then I use the smaller one. But I definitely say MIDI keyboard is definitely another must-have if you plan on making beats or getting into your own production and doing that. If I've left anything out, I'll probably come back to it on a different day. I don't know, I might remake this video again later on down the line, but I would definitely say those are all the things that I use in my own productions. And those are the things that have helped me go all digital and pretty much just create constantly great music. I've innovated pretty much everything together and incorporated, because you know I'm a tech wizard. If you guys didn't know, I would definitely say if you plan on starting a home studio production, start small and then work your way up like I did. I've been doing this for 2 years on my own, and I've learned so much in a drastic amount of time in that short time period, because it's not really that hard. It's just just how you start off and how you want to start off, and pretty much that'll pretty much help you get better. I would definitely say stay consistent, stay positive. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows every day when you create music. You're going to make some whack shit. I've made whack shit and I'm okay with that. But that's what helps you create and get better. You can say that. So invest in yourself, create, buy your own studio production. Those are all my options that I've helped try to bring to light. I would definitely say if you want to keep expanding on that, you can. I'm gonna have another video about that later on down the line, but definitely those are all of my home studio production tips on how to start off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and all of my post notifications. I will be posting every week on Saturdays. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have gained value from this video. I want to just shed light on that because I know a lot of people have asked me about that before. So now this is my first time telling you all of that. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys keep creating. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.
I just fucked that bitch and I just came up in her talk. She be getting mad at me, I'm fucking her a lot.